Hey guys, did you know that Pilates was invented by a guy for men? And we're going to talk about how he created it, why it's for you, and how it's going to boost your flexibility and strength with your existing workouts. Hi, I'm Lesley Logan, co-founder of OnlinePilatesClasses.com. I've been doing Pilates since 2005, teaching since 2008, and taught many men, including NFL players and other football players and sports men, how Pilates can benefit their routine. And honestly, you don't have to be a professional athlete for it to benefit yours. So let's get into it.
Welcome to OnlinePilatesClasses.com, the most supportive Pilates-loving community across the globe. Enjoy new weekly classes from our amazing teachers. Download the OnlinePilatesClasses.com app today.
All right, so first let's talk about what Pilates is. We're all on the same page. Pilates is a strength-based workout that's designed to balance your imbalances. It uses the whole body in every single exercise. Obviously, when you're new, you're not going to feel your whole body in every single exercise, but the goal, the more advanced you are, the more you bring your entire body to every single piece of the practice. And that allows you to activate all your muscles, including the ones that we're going to stretch, which increases your flexibility because it's an active static stretch. There's more information on how Pilates can work for you, but primarily it is worked on the mat and other pieces of Pilates equipment like the reformer, tower, Cadillac, Wonder chair, and many more things. But what I love is that you can take the mat practice with you wherever you're going, because that's what Joseph Pilates created first. And Joseph Pilates is a very interesting man. He has a wide history of what he did before he created Pilates, which he called contrology. We actually have an entire video on the history of Joseph Pilates and how Pilates came to be. So if you really want to nerd out, I highly recommend that you watch that. But you should know that he was a strong man, that he was a professional boxer, and that he was so excited about boxing. There's actually a lot of exercises in Pilates, especially on the Cadillac, that were really there to design to help boxers with their practice. And many athletes would come to him, including dancers, who were there to be fixed. And what he would do is work all the parts of their body that wasn't injured, that wasn't broken, and really helped balance those imbalances so they were less likely to get injuries, which is why I believe everyone should be doing Pilates, but especially men who are going to the gym, who have different hobbies and physical fitness regimens that they love to do. The truth is that so many of those are in this frontal plane: running, cycling, hiking. All of that is in the frontal plane. So there's really pulling on your hip flexors, which can pull on your lower back. And if you're just doing abs to support your core, it's not exactly the whole part of it. It's not all the parts that you need. The whole center includes all the muscles around the front, sides, and back, around your hips and your shoulder girdle. And so when Pilates challenges you to connect all the muscles of your center, it really is going to help benefit every other thing that you like to do. Also, it's going to prevent that injury because we're going to balance those imbalances. And let's just talk about the biggest myth of all, which is that Pilates is only for women. I think it's really important that you know that when Joseph Pilates created this practice, contrology is what he called it, women weren't allowed to work out. They weren't even considered that they should work out. There was so much fear around women working out. So Pilates was designed for men, by a man. And what happened is that when people started to work out in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, it all about bigger muscles. And so that is why men dropped doing Pilates and women were being marketed to doing smaller muscles, leaner things. And so Pilates became this thing that women did, but you need to know that you can still have big muscles, have all that muscularity definition that you're looking for, if you're looking for that, with Pilates. But more importantly, you're going to have a balanced flexibility and strength, which is going to level your performance. In fact, you're going to see your form get better at the gym. You're going to have less aches and pains. You're going to be able to have more stamina and endurance because Pilates does not have breaks like other fitness regimens do. So Pilates is not just for women. It was created for men specifically. And eventually, because of the types of workouts, it kind of diversified towards more women. But now, as you have seen, every athlete has been promoting that they do Pilates as part of their training. They've been doing it for decades. They're just now talking about it. So I'm excited for you to do it too. All right, so let's get into some exercises that you can incorporate into your workout right now. So on the mat, and that's really the easiest place to start your Pilates practice because you don't need any special equipment or a special studio, I would highly recommend you do the 100. It is a great time for you to get in touch with your body, for you to get in touch with the breath, and you'll get a full body challenge. It works the lats, it works your core, it works your inner thighs and your outer hips. Really amazing 1-minute exercise you'll want to do. Next, it would be the roll up. Now, this is going to be challenging if if you do a lot of weight training, if your back is tight, you're going to struggle with the roll up. And so you might have to do the half roll back for a little bit. Look, if it feels remedial, it's not. I often tell people, if you're truly advanced, the easy exercises are hard. So we've got to open that back up and really get into your actual core muscles and not using your hip flexors to do your ab work for you. The next thing I want you to do is single leg circles. This mat exercise is really key. If you have tight hamstrings, you're going to use a TheraBand for this, but it's really going to help open up those hips, work your inner thighs and glutes and hamstrings while opening up the back of those hamstrings as well. And then I also want you to do the double leg stretch. I love this exercise. If you only have time to do one Pilates exercise, the double leg stretch is where it's at. Every exercise comes from that one. Single leg kicks is going to be next. It's got extension in it, which is so key to reverse the curve from being in front of a computer, but also when you are lifting weights, running, cycling, everything is pulling you forward. So single leg kick is going to really help pull you back. It's going to stretch the front of your legs, and it's going to work the back of your legs. Should feel like a hamstring curl. Double leg kick is going to be a big challenge for you, especially if tight shoulders, but it's going to be key. So use a towel if you need it. You can check out how I do it in this video. And if you can't layer your hands behind your back, you'll hold a towel or a TheraBand to help you get there. And eventually you'll get to where you don't need that anymore, but it's going to stretch those shoulders. Again, I promise you reduction in injuries. Shoulders is one of the main ones people get because, especially men who lift a lot, work out a lot, they just don't have the flexibility in your shoulders. And then I want you to do side leg kicks. I know it looks a little bit like I don't need to be doing side leg kicks. It is not a Jane Fonda workout. Remember, Joe Supplies created this for you. It is incredible for strengthening your outer hips, for challenging your side body. It really is one of the most amazing exercises you can do. It's going to reduce hip and knee pain for those of you who run, cycle, have other endurance training. So I highly recommend that you do your side leg kicks. Start with those. I have more that I can give you. There's a bunch on the Reformer that you're truly going to love, and also on the Cadillac, but I know that not all of us have the ability to go into a studio. And so this is something you can do on your own wherever you are. In fact, if you are interested in starting a Pilates practice, I've put together a really incredible series for you. It's got a workshop that explains how to do each of these exercises and more. There's several others I really want you to do. It's a free program that's only 15 minutes. It's got 20 mat exercises. And because of the workshop, I really go into detail on how to do it, how to modify it should you need to. And then you'll have a 15-minute workout you can do as many times as you want. Compare yourself to yourself and enjoy that at fullbodyin15.com. If you're already doing Pilates, that's amazing. If you would like to have accountability, community, and feedback on your form, go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube, onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube, where we release a new 30-minute class every single week that you can do as many times as you want, and a 50-minute class every single month. All right, so let's talk about how to incorporate Pilates into your already busy schedule and your current fitness routine. My professional athletes would incorporate Pilates multiple times a week when they were on their off seasons, and then they would actually continue to keep a consistent practice during their seasons with just shorter periods of time. Now, you probably don't have seasons to your schedule of your workout, but what you can take from that is that you don't need hours of Pilates multiple times a week to get the benefits of it. In fact, especially when you're new to Pilates, it is absolutely okay to hit that 15-minute workout I was talking about earlier multiple times a week versus just one hour session once a week or every other week. So what I highly recommend you do is learn some mat exercises or find a mat workout that you like that we have, or your OPC class, and do the amount of minutes that you can, ideally before the workout that you're about to do, if it's in the weight room or if it's a running or cycling. This is going to help connect you to your core, open up a lot of your joints, stretch your muscles, and really get you ready for the workout you're about to do. Now, if before isn't ideal for you, you can absolutely do it at the end of especially a weight training routine, because it is going to help stretch you out. And I know you're not stretching after a weightlifting routine. I've seen you at the gym. I see you all come in, work out really hard, and just walk on out. So I promise you, if you stay a few extra minutes longer, hit play on your Pilates workout, you are going to get the stretch you need while still working and focusing on strength of the body and really balancing your imbalances out. So if you are doing long endurance trainings, on the longest days, you're going to want to do Pilates before, because at the end of an endurance training day, when I'm talking like 10 plus miles of a running or a lot more for cycling. You're going to be a little exhausted at the end and probably not wanting to do it. So ideally doing it before is going to help strengthen the muscles you need to help you perform the best that you can. And speaking of fitness goals, if you are not sure how to work out when you're not feeling motivated, I've got a great video for you that's really going to help you understand that motivation isn't the thing you're looking for, so check that out. And if you don't yet have any fitness goals, that's okay. We actually have a video for you on how to set and reach those fitness goals. So check out the video that's right for you. And if you're interested in creating a Pilates home studio for yourself because it'll be easier for you to be consistent with this practice at your home, I don't blame you. That's how mine is. Go to opc.me/home studio for a free guide. Based on the size of the space you have, we have suggestions on what pieces of equipment and props you should be using. That's opc.me/home studio. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. Also, I go live every single Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time to answer those questions, so I'd love to see you there. And please remember, it is never Pilates versus, so whatever it is you're already enjoying, it's always Pilates and that thing that you love already. So I can't wait to see how you use Pilates to support what you already love to do.